Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and finally welcome back to the Luke Beal custom MyRise series. This will be the second to last episode of the Luke Beal MyRise series, and it will thus cover a major part of the rest of the year. The format was inspired by Murfs' all new concept for content. If you haven't catched any of his newest content yet, be sure to do so, as this is legendary. I am a huge fan, and I know you guys will be too. Before I start with the episode, I firstly want to refresh your memories, as I know it's been a while. Luke Beal is a retired UFC star who made his WWE debut in year 3 of the Ryan Rage career universe, where he was revealed to be Rage's 4th man at Survivor Series, and he went on to eliminate 2 members of the greatest faction of all time, Evolution. After the match, Beal was interviewed, and he revealed that he wanted to do this from the bottom and that he will join the Performance Center in the near future. This is where I started playing the MyRise series with Luke Beal, but soon realized that this was not going to work, as the Ryan Rage universe currently is in 2015 and the MyRise series with Luke Beal featured aspects that wouldn't fit into the universe. Luke Beal and Hector Flaws developed a friendship in the Performance Center, and Beal went with Hector to Mexico to sort out some family business after both men was drafted to NXT by William Regal. After this, Beal and Flaws decided to enter the Dusty Road Classic together, which they went on to win, and they went all the way as they captured the WWE NXT Championships against the team of Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy in the TakeOver debut appearance at TakeOver in your house. That was the final episode up until now. Let's go. So the following Wednesday night, after Beal and Flaws picked up NXT Tag Team Championships, William Regal announces that Buddy Murphy and Aleister Black will have the opportunity to earn themselves a rematch for the Tag Team Championships they lost the previous Sunday at TakeOver. Tonight, Luke Beal will face Buddy Murphy and Hector Flaws will face Aleister Black, and if they manage to win one of these matches, they will earn themselves a rematch for the Tag Team Championships next week. Luke Beal picks up a huge victory over Murphy, but Flaws came up short against Aleister Black as he failed to kick out of a black mass. The following week, Murphy and Black gets their rematch, but Beal and Flaws proved to be one too many for them to handle yet again, and they retain their Tag Team Championships. After the match, they walk into a familiar face, none other than Chase. Chase made his debut the previous Friday night on SmackDown when Ryan Rage handed him a shot at the WWE Championship. Chase explains that he has been granted the opportunity to get an NXT contract if he can defeat one of the Tag Team Champions next week. Flaws agrees to face Hector the following week. The next week on NXT, Flaws and Chase faces off one-on-one, with the stipulation that if Chase wins the match, he will be granted an NXT contract. Flaws put it on a dominating performance, but the distraction from Cole Quinn allows Chase to pick up a huge victory over Hector Flaws and earn himself an NXT contract in the process. So the following week, William Regal opens and says Chase did not win in a respectable fashion, but his word is his honor, and he will be offering Chase an NXT contract. Regal says he knows that Beal and Flaws are out for the blood of Chase and Quinn after last week, and that they might get that sooner than they think, as Quinn and Chase will be competing in a #1 contenders match for the Tag Team Championships tonight, the very titles Beal and Hector is holding. Chase and Quinn faces Mustafa Ali and Apollo Crews in the main event, and it looked like they were about to lose when Matt Riddle distracted Mustafa Ali and allowed Chase to pick up the win thanks to the distraction. Matt Riddle opens the show the following week and wants in Chase and Quinn's friendship. The dude comes out and thanks Riddle for his help last week and accepts his request to join them with open arms. Beal and Hector comes out and says they don't want Riddle interfering in the tag match late tonight, so they will defend the titles against all 3 of them in a 2-on-3 handicap match. This match took place in the main event of the show, Beal had Flaws even the odds early on as Flaws managed to eliminate Quinn, making it a 2-on-2 match. Riddle and Chase then managed to prevent Flaws from tagging in Beal and eventually weighed him down enough to get the 1-2-3. Beal was now left in a 2-on-1 situation, but he didn't look intimidated at all. He eliminated Chase and shortly thereafter he eliminated Riddle as well, getting his team the victory in the process. Beal and Flaws' tag team championship reign loss continued. Beal cuts a promo the following week and says the shenanigans with Quinn and Chase has been holding himself and Hector back from accomplishing greater things. Beal wants a shot at the North American Championship, and Regal comes out and says that Beal has been on quite well and he has a #1 contenders match in the main event tonight. If he wins the match against Bobby Roode, he will face Ricochet for the North American Championship next week. Beal destroys Bobby Roode and makes him tap out, and he thus becomes the #1 contender for the North American Championship. The following week, Luke Beal defeats Ricochet for the North American Championship and becomes the North American Champion for the first time in his career. Regal comes out during the celebration and tells Beal to remember that there is a stipulation in NXT that one superstar cannot hold more than one championship. Beal says this is very bad, but he will vacate the North American Championship next week. The following week, Hector opens and says he wants to vacate the tag team championships to allow Beal to focus on his singles career. But Beal comes out and says that's no way that's going to happen, and eventually Hector convinces him. Regal comes out and says he accepts their vacation, but he wants to reward Hector like he did to Beal, because Hector has also been on quite the roll as of late. Tonight, Flaws will face Aleister Black, and the winner will become the #1 contender for the NXT Championship and go on to the following takeover to face Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. Hector defeats Black clean as a whistle and goes on takeover to face Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. Joe dominated early on and even managed to lock in the Coquilla clutch, but Flaws managed to escape and eventually he defeated Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. Beal and Flaws were now both holding singles gold only a couple of weeks after vacating the tag team championships. The following Wednesday night, Hector, Flaws and Luke Beal opened the show. They say they want to make history and have a match with both of their titles on the line, the winner being crowned the first ever North American and NXT champion. Regal comes out and says that does sound intriguing, but history isn't made that easily on this brand. If they want to do it, they'll have to earn it by beating the current SmackDown Tag Team Champions, the Bludgeon Brothers. Beal and Flaws manages to defeat the SmackDown Tag Team Champs and earn themselves the right to make history at the following takeover. The takeover is main evented by the two best friends who puts up a clinic. Hector Flaws put Beal through the announcer's table and followed that up by jumping on Beal from a ladder, and that got the job done. Flaws is the undisputed champion. The following Wednesday night, Hector Flaws opened the show and he is out there for two reasons. Number one, he's here to celebrate making history, and number two, he has to vacate the North American Championship as each member on NXT can only hold one championship at a time. As Flaws laid down the North American Championship, Luke Beal attacked him from behind. His partner has betrayed him. Luke Beal beat the hell out of him. He threw him with the steel steps and put him through an announcer's table, locked in the guillotine, and hit him with not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 spin kicks. The following week, William Regal announces that he has no choice but to strip Flaws of both championships due to the injuries he sustained by the attack from Beal. Regal announced that 2 fatal 4-way matches will take place and that the winners of both these matches will face each other next week for the vacated NXT Championship. These matches was won by Beal and Bobby Roode. The following week the NXT Championship was on the line between Luke Beal and Bobby Roode. Luke Beal hit Roode with 2 spin kicks and that got the job done. Luke Beal captured the NXT Championship for the first time in his career. Luke Beal then feuded with Drew McIntyre the rest of the year, and their feud ended at TakeOver Vengeance Day at the end of the year. Ladies and gentlemen, that is where I'm going to end tonight's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As I said, this is the second to last episode of Luke Beal's custom MyRise, so I hope to see you all next time in the series finale.